Good morning and welcome. My name is Sussex Sandra and welcome to my channel. So this morning I am going to be doing a full face of a brand, and the brand is Fenty. Last week, I think it was the beginning of last week, I did a little poll. So I used that community tab thing on the YouTube for the first time, and I did a little poll to find out if anybody would be interested in me doing a full face of a makeup brand. And the brands I chose were Illamasqua, I think I said MAC, I said Fenty, and I said Laura Geller. So it was 4 brands I said. And the one that won by quite a large margin was the Fenty, and next came the Laura Geller. So I will be doing a Laura Geller one at some point, not now, but I will be doing a Laura Geller one probably in the Christmas holidays. So today is going to be the Fenty one. So as you can see, I'm very bare on my face, so I'm just going to crack on and do it. I'm going to try and do a bit of a glamorous look, sort of a maybe going out evening look sort of thing. So I am going to try and do a fairly glamorous look. As in a glamorous look for someone in my age group. So it's going to be a bit weird because I am going to work straight afterwards, so I know I'm going to be getting quite strange looks when they see my face, but hey ho, I'll just say it's Christmas and I want to dress up, so there we go. So shall we crack on? So I've already cleansed my face and I've already moisturized it, so I am going to do my primers now. For those of you who don't know, I have got very, very oily skin, so I always double prime. So the first primer I am going to use is this one from Fenty. So it's called the Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer, and it's actually, I actually quite like this as a moisturizer. So I am going to put that on now. So 1 pump is usually enough for that. And I put this one on all over my face. And then I'm going to put on my Holy Grail primer, which is my Becca Ever Matte Poreless primer. Not much of it left, but it's still hanging in there. So I'm just going to put this on just the main areas where I tend to get oily. So it's my forehead, T-zone area, and my upper cheeks. So that's just an extra precaution for me because I have got very oily skin, and I will be wearing this makeup for a good maybe 10 to 12 hours today. So I want the makeup to last as long as possible without it spitting and melting. I mean, I am going to get oily, that's just part of it really, but I like to try and delay the process for as long as possible. Okay, I'm not going to do any concealer. I'm literally just going to go straight on with the foundation. So the foundation, I have got several shades here. Show the shades I've got. So I've got 3 shades here. I have got shade 450, I've got 440, and I've got 420. So what I have done in the past, I have mixed 450 and 420 together to kind of get the shade I want, and I've got 440, which is kind of near enough my shade. I haven't really found an exact shade match for me, so I do tend to mix them and they work for me that way. So I'm just going to put on the 440 today, and I'm going to put on the 420 just in my central parts, just to brighten up these areas around here. So I'll do that now so you can see what I'm talking about. So this is the 440 I'm putting on now. So it's about 1.5 pumps I've got on there. I'm going to bring you in a bit more so you can see. Let's bring you in. Okay. Right. And I'm just using a beauty blender to apply it. The beauty blender, it depends on the kind of coverage you want. So with the beauty blender, you will get a lighter coverage, and you can build up. If you use a brush, you will get a more full coverage immediately. But today I'm just going to use the beauty blender to do it. Okay, so there you go. So you can see that's 440, and it's kind of like it's just a more pure, cleaner, more flawless look of my natural skin colour. So that's the shade that I think is the closest to my skin shade. Okay, so I've got the 440 all over my face, so you can see that it's looking fairly natural and flawless. This is the kind of coverage that I like. You can build this foundation up to give a more full coverage, but for me this is fine. Medium to full suits me perfectly well. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the 420 now, just to do the central part of my face, just to give myself a little bit of dimension on my face. And I think also it just gives me a little bit more of a natural look. So let's do that. So I've got the 420 on here, and I'm just literally just going to do it on these central parts here. Okay, so that's done. Right, now I'm going to be using this tri-colour collection I've got here. So I've got the contour colour, which is called Espresso. I've got the under eye sort of concealer colour, and that's called Suede. And then there's a gloss colour called Cinnamon. And you can get the three of these in a trio, which actually works out better value if the colours suit you, rather than buying the matchsticks individually. So I'm just going to put these on now. So I'll do the contour colour first. So this is what the contour looks like. So around my forehead, down here. So it might look a little bit patchy in places, but don't worry, it's all going to get blended in. Okay, and let's do a little bit along my cheek line like that. And I'm just going to use a blending contour brush here. This is actually from Sigma, and it's a Sigma soft angled contour brush F25. So it's that one. Okay, so I'm just going to use that because this just does this quicker than doing it with a beauty blender or blending sponge. Again, and this is all part of just giving my face some dimension, because I have got a very sort of round fat face. So and then along my nose I use another sort of contouring brush. This is also from Sigma, and it's called the Sigma Extreme Structure Contour F04. So that looks like that. And just go down my nose like that with this. Yeah, you can see my face is starting to have a bit more dimension around it. Okay, now I'm going to use the Suede just to do my under eye highlighter. So that's what the Suede looks like. So I'm just going to go in under my eyes, and it's a natural colour, so it's not too bright. But of course, if you want to go a bit brighter, go ahead, do you. As the Americans say, do you, boo. So I'm just going to use a blender for that. Okay, so there we go. Right, now I'm just going to put some finishing powder on just to set my face, and then I'm going to start doing under my eyes. So I'm just setting my face here with a setting powder. Okay, I'm going to do my eyebrows now. I'm actually going to do something slightly different. I'm going to be using a Illamasqua sort of brow pomade and one of these brushes just to do that. It just gives a longer lasting look, and then I'll probably go in with my Benefit Goof Proof pencil at the end, or my Gimme Brow, but we shall see how it looks. So Here we go, it's one of these. I've got this in one of the beauty boxes. As you can see, I've never used it, but I do like using this. This is actually one of the only brow pomades I've used and I've liked, so I'll do that today. So here we go. So you can see it's got a spoolie at one end, little brush thing at the end here, and I'll just go ahead with that. So I also treated myself to the Fenty Beauty eyeshadow palette called Moroccan Spice. So there's been quite a few mixed reviews about this palette, but I've used it once this week already and I like it. I really like it. Number one, it looks gorgeous. I mean, look at that. It looks fabulous. So the construction quality is excellent. Then you've got the mirror in here, which again is a really good quality mirror, and then you've got the shades underneath, which are, I think, are lovely. So I am literally going to just use this today. I'm not quite sure why people didn't like it. Maybe, okay, maybe it could be the price, because it's not cheap. I think it was something like £42. I'll put the correct prices of the products up on the screen when I do my editing later. Of course, I use my discounts and things. So, you know, I've got QUIDCO. I'll put the QUIDCO details down below. I'm trying to remember. There was, so QUIDCO, there was a cashback. Can't remember how much that was. Plus, I'd also had all the cashbacks I've been having over the year. I get them paid straight back into my PayPal account, and I always use it towards buying things during the year. So my cashback was actually I had quite a bit of cashback built up since the summer, and I think I had about sort of like £25 or £30. So I bought a few things. So that £30 was used towards this. Plus I bought a lipstick set as well. So, you know, I did all right. So I didn't pay that much for this collection in the end. Plus I'm getting the cash back. So I'm more than happy. So all good. So I say yay me. So do use the QUIDCO. I've got a code down below. So do use it if you want to. You don't get your money back straight away. So usually it depends on the company who you're buying from. Some of them pay back really quickly, some of them don't pay back at all quickly. So some will pay back in a few weeks, some will take maybe up to 3 months to pay back, but you do get your cash back eventually, and it's nice because then you just keep the money and then you treat yourself like I've just done by using some of my cash back to treat myself for a little birthday gift. So that's all good. So I've just used this colour here as the base colour for all over my eyes. So what's that colour called? I don't know. And then I'm going to just go in with I'm going to go in now with this red colour here. Try this colour here just to do around the edges a little bit, just to add a little bit of depth. And see this pink here? I'm going to use that on my lids. then just under my brows I'm going to do a little bit of a highlight colour. So I'm going to use this sort of cool bronze colour up here just under my brows, just to highlight it. And the same colour in the centre, just in the corner of my eyes. I'm going to use a pencil brush now and just put some of those colours underneath my eyelids like that. So I'm going to go in with this dark colour here and just brush that under my eyes. Now I'm going to go in with the eyeliner. Before I do that, let me just brush some of this powder away. Just going to go in with an eyeliner now, just a liquid eyeliner. Okay, I haven't got a Fenty mascara, so I'm just going to use any old mascara that I've got. My eyes are done now, and this would be the perfect time if you wear false eyelashes. If you're comfortable wearing false eyelashes, this would be the perfect time to put those false eyelashes on. I'm not someone who is comfortable with wearing false eyelashes, even though I've got a whole load here. Haven't really tried it. This is not the time for me to be trying to fiddle around and putting that on. So I'm not wearing it. So I've just got a mascara on. I've put a couple of layers on. I might put an extra layer on in a moment, but I'm going to carry on doing the rest of my face. So face is contoured. I'm now going to put on the third one of the matchsticks trio, and that's the cinnamon stick. So this is like a solid highlighter stick. You can see that's like a nice rose gold colour. So I'm just going to put a little bit along here, just a little bit, just like that, and a little bit down my nose and along here before I put my blush on. So let's blend that out a little bit. So again, I'm using another Sigma brush again. So the Sigma brush I'm using is called the High Cheekbone Highlighter in F03. So it looks like that. And I'm just going to put that little bit along here. So this would be great if you just want to do a subtle highlight. This would be fine. Just a little bit on my cupid though as well. Okay, right, I'm now going to put the blush on. So the blush I'm using, it's one I haven't used for a while actually. I got it from a company, I think they're based in Switzerland. They're called Marine Butte. I did do a video of this maybe last year, it might have been even sort of end of 2016, and where I bought a few of the products. So this is a blush, and the blush colour is called Blush Tarot, and the colour is called Terre Rouge. So I'm just going to put that on now. So normally that would be okay for my highlighter for the day, but we're going for a slightly glamorous look today. So I'm just going to step it up a little bit more, and I'm going to use one of my Fenty Beauty Kilowatts. This is one of the original ones that she released, and the shade here is Ginger Binge. I've got to remember to say Ginger Binge because I know in one of my videos I called it Ginger Minge. So it's Ginger Binge, not Minge, and the Moscow Mule. So I'm going to use those. This colour, I think this one is the, oh god, let's get this right. This is the Ginger Binge. You can use this almost as a blush if you want to, a blush stroke highlighter. This is the one I'm going to use though, the Moscow Mule, as my highlighter today. There we go. I think we can see that highlighter there. That's all good. Right. Okay, we are nearly there. Lips now. Now, lips I haven't got that much of a choice really. So I treated myself to this little collection here. So it's like a mini collection. And this was, it's called Two Little Mademoiselles. And the shades were Griselda and Spanked. Griselda and Spanked, so those two colours there. And I've also got, this is from the holiday collection last year. I bought this. This is a really great colour. And I bought a stunner lip in, this is colour Unveil, I believe. This is Unveil. This is a good natural colour. It's a natural nude for deep skin tones. Great colour. I'm not wearing that today. I've also got, I've got more lip colours than I thought. I've got this one as well, full size Mademoiselle, a full size lippy, and this shade was, God, I can't read it. I can't read it. If I put it up there, you might be able to read it. I certainly can't. So that's the colour there, and it looks like this. Yeah, that's that colour. But I think I'm going to put on Griselda today. Oh, what's this one? I've also got, so I've got more things than I thought. I've got this colour here. That's a nice bright colour. Don't know what colour this is. Wait a minute, I'll show it to you. This colour is, look at my hands, got the foundation on it. What I forgot. Oh, this is another one from last year's holiday collection. Yeah, you can see I've got a bit of a thing about lippies, haven't you? So I seem to have bought quite a few lippies from the Fenty collection. This is quite a good colour actually. I could wear that one today. What colour is this again? Right, I can't read it, so I'll hold it up. You might be able to read it. If I hold it still, make the camera focus. So there's that colour. I think you can still probably buy some of these on eBay if you look around. Just look around online, because they're not selling their holiday collection online anymore on the Fenty Beauty site. But there are people who do sell these things. So I think today I am going to put on Griselda or this. I think I'm going to do Griselda. Oh, and I've also got the Gloss Bomb as well. So I will probably put on Griselda and the Gloss Bomb. Right, so there's Griselda. It's actually quite a dark colour, isn't it? It's probably a little bit too dark, but as I said, I'm going for it today. I don't care what they say, it works. Let me just get a good lip liner and then we'll put that on. So I'm going to use a Colourpop lip liner. I can't see what the colour is, but again, I'll put it on the screen later on. So I'll just put this on. Right, then here's Griselda. Let's put this on. Yeah, that's a perfect colour. So these are really pigmented colours, as you can see, and they're creamy as well, and they go on smooth. Very comfortable to wear actually. I really like these colours. I love the formula of the Fenty Beauty lipsticks. Creamy, they're matte, and they're comfortable. And the reason why I'm saying that is that the colour I had on yesterday, so the colour I was wearing yesterday was the Laritzi lip colour we got in the Birchbox. Yeah, I was wearing the shade Power, which was like a good red colour, and it looked great when I put it on. Problem was, it didn't fade very nicely, and it was really, really drying. It was not very comfortable. So if you are going to wear a colour like that, a lip colour like that, you need to put on either a lip balm before you put those products on, or wear a lip topper on top of it. But this kind of product, this formula, you don't need anything before or after, because they're just very comfortable. So that's all good. And just to give it a little bit of gloss, I'm going to use the original Fenty Gloss Bomb. Just going to put a little bit on in the centre. And that's it. So that is my Fenty look for the day. What do we think? Okay, I think that looks good. So I'm just going to put my wig on, set my face, and then I'll do my thumbnail picture. But there you go, that's my Fenty full face. And as you can see, I did that really quickly. It didn't take any time at all. What, 15 minutes to do all of that in between all my chatting and stuff? But I think that's to me, I think this is a nice look. I would more than happy wear this out to a party, because I think it's an appropriate look for my age group, but it still looks a little bit glam. I personally think this looks good, but what do you think? Because you're the ones who will be judging. What do you think? All right, see you in a bit. Just going to do the rest of that and some pictures and posing and all of that. See you in a bit. Okay, so here we go. Final look. What do we think? Yeah? Would you be happy wearing a look like this to go out in the evening? Alright, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please don't forget to give me a like down below. It really does help my channel if you engage with my channel. So giving me likes, leaving comments down below. And if you haven't done so already, what are you waiting for? Come on now. All you got to do is give me that like, press that subscribe button, and whilst you're at it, you just press the little bell next to it, because then that will notify you when I do my next upload. And before I go, just want to remind you, I have still got some giveaways going at the moment. So I have got the Lottie London 12 Days of Slay advent calendar. So that is for when I hit 1,550 subscribers. I changed the number a little bit there. So 1,550, I think I'm on 1,499. Can you believe? So there's that one. I've also got a 1,500 subscriber giveaway, and that is for the mini... No, what was that for? That was for the November Tilly box. So I'm one number away from the 1,500 subscribers. So that's for the November Tilly box. If you don't know what that QVC November Tilly box was like, hop along to my video. I'll put the link down below so you can have a look and watch that video, and then just follow the instructions to be entered into that one. And then what I'll do when I do hit the 1,500, or when I've passed the 1,500, because I need to secure that is 1,500, I will notify the winner by putting a comment underneath their comments just to say they've won, and I'll also notify them on Instagram as well. What I normally do is that I notify the winner, I give them a couple of days to let me know that they have to give me their address details, and I can post it. If I don't hear from them within a couple of days, then I'll go ahead and pick another one, because I want to just post these things out quickly. Otherwise I just forget what I'm doing, and next thing you know, I've forgotten the whole thing. So okay, so there's that one. And then I've also got a mini Tilly bag giveaway as well, and I think that was for 1,600 subscribers. I think that's right. I can't remember what it was. All you need to do is watch the mini Tilly bag video to see what the instructions were for that one, and then enter that one as well if you're interested in doing that one. Right, that's it. I'm going, so I've got to get to work now. All right, so take care, have a great day, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.